Y'all know what time it is. Hey, this is Greg, Dope Living TV live remix. Anyway, views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Man, yesterday we started off talking about relationships, and we ended up talking about the city where everybody that's on this panel at least is from, Gary, Indiana. But this subject stretches far past Gary. So what we wanted to do was talk about the change in the makeup of the city and gentrification. Gentrification is huge. It's huge. It happens all the time. It happens everywhere. I could explain it, but I'm going to play a video so that you guys can check it out, and we will see what it means. And we'll be right back. Dope Living TV Live.
Perhaps you've heard the word gentrification mentioned in the news, in the industry you're working in, or maybe even in some political context. Well, gentrification is happening more and more in the world around us, so it's important to understand what people are talking about when they rattle off this word. Gentrification is the process of a low-income and sometimes crime-ridden urban area transforming into a more upscale and affluent area. Gentrification is usually initiated by affluent residents and businesses moving into an area that is accompanied by the renovation and reconstruction of buildings, parks, and other local amenities. It involves both economic and demographic change and a change in the overall makeup of the people who live in the area. As the area improves and becomes more desirable, property values, rents, and the cost of living will also become more expensive. Gentrification can result in displacing residents who may have lived in the area their entire life, but all of a sudden are unable to afford the higher cost of living, forcing them to move. Gentrification is somewhat of a controversial subject. In most cases, the areas that experience gentrification are initially low-income minority communities. And as the area improves and prices increase, it's the more educated and affluent residents that tend to benefit from the change because these residents are the ones who can actually afford to stay. It's the less educated, lower income households that are negatively impacted by gentrification. And this isn't just with renters either. Homeowners may own their property outright but see such a big increase in property taxes they can no longer afford to live in the area. Gentrification does not occur in every urban city, and it usually doesn't happen in the poorest, most dangerous neighborhoods either. Typically, there needs to be some kind of cultural opportunity in order for gentrification to occur. If you like this video, be sure to check out the full article over at retipster.com, which you can.
Okay, so I think we're having some technical difficulties with the feed, so we still can keep it going though. Let me do one thing here. Okay. Again, it's Greg, Dope Living TV Live. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. So we're talking about gentrification. I just played a video, and I'm going to play it again. But let's get a definition. The gentrification is the process of changing the character of a neighborhood through the influx of more affluent residents and businesses, because it tends to change the character of a neighborhood. It's a common and controversial topic in politics and in urban planning. The process of making someone or something more refined, polite, or respectable is what it's called, okay? But at what point, if you saw the post that I put up earlier, there was a guy holding a sign that says, now that the neighborhood is nice, why do I have to move? It's an interesting point, interesting question, and we'll have to explore that. We're having some severe technical difficulties. These are not difficulties that are on StreamYard. It's a Facebook feed difficulty, and they're trying to fix it. It says this may be something went wrong, maybe due to a technical error that we're working to get fixed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to reload everything, and then we're going to come right back to you guys in about 10 minutes. All right. Dope Living TV Live. We'll see you in a second.